mistake was trading Amari Cooper, bro. Could you imagine Amari Cooper and CeeDee on the same squad, bro? Then I would be like, okay, they're a problem. But bro,
all right, explain to me, because you sound really stupid right now.
How the do I sound stupid?
You don't think CeeDee Lamb is a top 5 receiver this year? Explain.
Whoa. Let's rewind a little bit. That wasn't the conversation we were having.
Wait,
that was not the conversation we were having. We were saying Mike Evans, so I don't want to hear that from you.
All right, we'll start with CeeDee Lamb then, because you think he's going to
Yes,
suck
I think he's going to have a... Suck's a strong word. I think he's going to have a down year. I think he's going to have a down year, bro. He sat all through training camp and then all the preseason. Bro, I don't care how good you are. Football is the most demanding sport, period, besides maybe hockey.
You realize him and Tyreek were like this last year in terms of yardage, right?
And tell me, was Tyreek at OTAs? Was Tyreek at fucking preseason? Was Tyreek in training camp? Bro, he sat through training camp. I don't care how good of an athlete you are.
Is not only the best receiver on the team, no one even comes close to him on the Cowboys.
Name another Cowboys receiver.
There's
exactly.
No, there's Cooks. There's Brandon Cooks.
What year
sucks.
is it? What year is it?
But you're helping prove my point right now. Like, that's why he's gonna have an insane year, because Dallas has no one else to throw to.
Last year was his insane year.
Dak's a good QB. I'm defending the Cowboys like I'm a Cowboys fan right now, and I'm a Giants fan. That just shows to you how I think your take is so terrible right now.
No.
CeeDee Lamb is going to put up 1,500 yards, and he's gonna have 10 touchdowns this year. And because there's no one else on that team. And guess what, too? Dallas, they've been underachieving, what?
Ever.
The past, like 100 years?
30 years.
Mike McCarthy, this is his last year, bro. As a coach, to stay on this team if he wants to. Like, this is his last chance. And guess what? Jerry Jones, he's 81 years old. This team's on win now mode, dude. Win now.
They've been on win now mode for the past 3 seasons. They've had 3 consecutive 12-win seasons, and they've done nothing.
They've had double-digit wins, I think, each of those last 3 seasons, or 12
wins in each of the last 3 seasons.
So how is CeeDee Lamb gonna suck then? If they're gonna get double-digit
because he held
again.
out.
Why do you think that's such a big issue?
Because you need to get your fucking legs underneath you, bro.
So he's slow started for 2 weeks.
Yes, but those 2 weeks will matter considering he's not playing in week 1.
For him?
He's not playing in week 1.
What's a slow start for him then? 20 yards?
I don't
Dude, he's getting 100
know.
yards both games.
Dude,
I don't care.
This is what I see, right? I see a receiver who just got paid, who sat out through all of OTAs, all of training camp, and all of the preseason. I don't give a fuck how good you are. You sit out of those things, your legs are not going to be underneath you, period.
All right,
Then you look at the roster, right? You look at that offense from last year.
Yeah.
Michael Gallup retired this year for some reason. He probably wants to do drugs on the side. I don't fucking know. That offensive line, the Great Wall of Dallas from 10 years ago.
Yeah.
3 of the 5 pieces are no longer there.
What does that have to do with CeeDee Lamb getting the ball, dude? Dak's still going to throw the ball short. He's going to throw... Dude, CeeDee Lamb could run any route. They give him a screen pass. They're going to give him a short slant. They're going to give him
How good is your receiving game if you can't buy your quarterback time to throw the ball? How good is your number 1 receiver if you can't throw the ball 20 yards down the field? That's what I'm saying, bro. I went through 3 years of Matt Canada. How do you think I know this?
You're acting as if Dallas fell off a cliff, dude. I know this division, bro. They did not fall off a cliff. They look like they fell off a cliff, but they didn't fall off a cliff, dude. Their defense still sick.
No.
They're getting at least 10.
Outside of Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and Deron Bland, they've got nobody.
I'm
predicting. You're going to tell me Eric Kendrick? Okay.
Hold on. Let me just finish with this. I think they're going to have a worse year than they have been. So I think they're getting like 9 wins. All right. But they're still going to be a decent team. They're still going to be a good offense. That's my point. I'm sorry. I had to just say that. Go on.
Fuck the Dallas Cowboys.
I hate them too. But you're making me defend them like I'm a fanboy of the team.
Bro. Now let's take this energy. Let's bottle it. Let's throw it down the river. How you doing, man?
How you doing? Anyway, wait. Can I bring up one more thing? Because you got me on a roll now. So, I'm confused because missing OTAs. I get it, but what about injuries during OTAs? You don't think that affects players?
I don't.
So you think Puka's gonna? You don't think that affects players?
I think it does, but I'd rather you, I'd rather.
So Puka's missed time. Puka's missed like a week at least. He's gonna have a stellar
I'd
season.
rather him miss a
will.
week than the entire thing.
But he's not like what is CeeDee Lamb? Okay, he has to get used to getting hit. But it's not like these guys are out of shape. It's not like he's learning a playbook. He's been there his whole career. Like what are you worried about?
I would be shocked if he played this entire season.
Okay,
healthy.
Injuries maybe.
He's gonna twist an ankle.
Hit.
He's gonna twist an ankle, pull a hamstring
No.
on a deep ball of something or other, bro.
What about McCaffrey then? The dude has a calf strain. If any discussion about players that might not have a good of a season, let's start with him.
Let's not get into this topic because then we're gonna get into hot take because I got a take about the Niners this year.
All right, but that's my point anyway. All right, my first hot take I want to bring up because I think the Texans are going to be very good, and my hot take is that they have the best record in the league this year. I think
AFC and NFC combined.
Yes, I think they have the best record in the whole league. I think they loaded up. I think C.J. Stroud is going to solidify himself as a top 5 QB, which he already might be in some people's eyes. I don't have him there yet. I
got him in the top 10. You can't deny he's top 10.
Easily. I think I have him maybe like 7. I'm not going to list names. But anyway, I think that they loaded up this year. I think they have one of the best secondaries in the league.
Now, their offense is scary good.
Their only weakness, I think, is potentially interior defensive line, like their defensive tackles. So maybe they have trouble stopping the run. But Daniil Hunter on the outside, you mentioned that to me the other day. I totally forgot about.
Will Anderson Jr.
Anderson Jr.
They got that other guy on the. I'm blanking on the position. Who guards receive corners? He's got that
they
corner.
Drafted that one corner that
Devin Stingley as well.
Stingley's insane. People think he's gonna be better than Sauce, which I don't have him there. Yeah, but I'm not. He's up there. This year might be a breakout year for him. And then they drafted. I forget his name, but they drafted a corner this year in the second round. People are apparently he's been insane in the preseason and offseason for them. So they might have 2 lockdown corners, and then. Yeah, they just have a good team, man. Bringing in Diggs. Who knows how many touches he's going to get. But that receiving core is undoubtedly one of the best in the league. Like by far, I think.
Definitely in the AFC.
And we haven't seen their full potential yet because Tank Dell was hurt.
They're still young.
Super young. Tank Dell's such a beast. People are underestimating how good he is.
I think he might be the best slot receiver.
I think he might. I might be with you on that.
People might challenge you with Amon-Ra, but it depends on where you want to put Amon-Ra. Amon-Ra could play in the slot, on the outside.
Yeah, Amon-Ra is probably 1 for me.
I don't know. I don't remember if Amon-Ra is an X or a Y.
He's a slot all day. I mean, his what he does is he gets open in the middle of the field. I mean, that's how they use him really. And but yeah, that's my first take. I love the Texans this year. I actually might have the Texans winning it all if they beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. That's where it comes down to. But yeah, you have a hot take you want to mention?
Mine is I've got 3 division winners for you. You're not gonna like any of them. The Jets, the Steelers, and the Colts.
Jets.
I know that interferes with your hot take, and I understand you're gonna have a problem with that, but I don't know. I have this pit in my stomach that the Steelers one I don't have to explain because what's understood doesn't need to be explained. But the Colts one, if I'm going to put just a little bit more context to it, they were 1 fourth down conversion away from the playoffs last year, from winning that division. I think they are what the Texans were last year. Unproven quarterback. Nobody knows anything about Anthony Richardson.
True.
Anthony Richardson could just come in and light the league on fire.
He's a wild card QB. I don't think anyone knows that plan.
I watched the couple games that he played. So much of Cam Newton. I saw so much of Cam Newton.
Dude, if he's an inch of that much of Cam Newton, he's gonna be crazy.
Not even that. Just as long as he can just stay healthy. Bro, sneaky good offensive line.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks, I'll give you that. Quarterbacks got question marks. Running back Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor's gonna have a year.
Yeah, and then they got a designated number 1 in Michael Pittman. I don't know who else they got on whatever, but if you got a good line, a good running back, and a good number 1 receiver, I like where your offense is at. Defense, that might be their only big
That's what
question
people are
mark.
saying. Their defense.
Explaining the Jets pick is very simple.
Stack team.
It's the same. It's the same reason why I feel with the Steelers. every team in their divisions, both respective divisions, took a step back. You're going to sit here and tell me, oh, but Miami's in that division. I want to see Miami win in the cold before I make any type of things with them.
That's fair.
And
That's
also,
fair.
they lost a couple good pieces on defense, too. That Andrew Van Winkle guy, or Grinkle, whatever his name is, the guy who I fucking loved.
Wilkins. What's his name?
Christian Wilkins,
Christian
the Raiders.
Wilkins, yeah.
I think Van Ginkel went to the Vikings, but I could be wrong. But they lost a lot of good pieces on defense.
Yeah.
Obviously, they also lost 2 offensive linemen, but you got an offensive-minded coach. He's going to know how to get the O-line up there.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, every team in their divisions took a step back. I could go through each one of the teams, but I don't really fucking feel like it.
It's fine.
And I think those teams are just the best on paper. I mean, the Jets, the Bills don't have a good defense. Miami doesn't have a good defense. The Patriots are fucking dog shit. The Jets have the best defense out of that entire division.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think that alone is good enough for me to say, you might win the division this year. And the Steelers, I think it's simple. Outside of quarterback and receiver, no. I'm sorry. We have the best division in the best defense in the division. I don't give a fuck what the Browns did last year. The Browns also fucking got stomped by a rookie QB and a rookie head coach. The rookie QB I can live with. You can live with that. But a rookie head coach, the rookie head coach just beat the coach of the year, bro. Come on. What are we talking about here?
Are you talking about Stefanski?
Yeah.
He's a good coach, though.
He won coach of the year.
Yeah,
last
okay.
year.
My bad.
I'm saying a rookie like D'Amico Ryan beat Stefanski. Yeah. Although yes, they had C.J. Stroud. I'm not taking anything away from him, but what I am saying is, you're the coach of the year. You can't game plan to take out one quarterback, and a rookie head coach outplayed you.
That was a really weird playoff game in general. I mean momentum-wise, you got to see where the Texans were headed.
Even if you take away those 2 pick sixes, they still won by 3 touchdowns. So anyway, the Browns are the Browns, and the Ravens lost some good pieces on defense. Outside of Zay Flowers, I can't name another Ravens receiver. So fuck them. And the Bengals, it's very simple. The Bengals have the worst defense on paper in the division, period.
It's arguable. You could argue that their defense is solid.
I'll listen. Who's worse?
I got to look at the rankings, but they have not been a bad defense the last few years, dude. Let me check out the rankings last year.
Okay, I'll continue with my point. Outside of receiver and quarterback, they have the worst roster on paper. Even though they probably do have the best receiving core in the league. They're also renting T. Higgins for probably this last season, so they'll have to do something. But, you could tell me they've addressed the offensive line as much as you can, but until I see it, I'm not going to believe it. They've been saying that since they lost the Super Bowl because they let Aaron Donald do whatever he wants. What else can I tell you? That's really it for my division. That was my hot take. I got the Steelers, Colts, and Jets winning their divisions.
So, PFF has the Bengals ranked right in the middle at 17th for defense. Mm-hmm. I mean, when you have Joe Burrow as your QB...
Where's the other teams in my division? Browns are probably number 1.
Oops. Well, PFF, let's see. So... Sorry. So Steelers are 6th.
Of course.
Browns are 3rd.
Of course.
And guess who's 1?
They had the Ravens at 1.
They had the Ravens at 1. Okay. Yeah, I mean, but then, think about, okay. Yeah.
Bro, their defense was literally
their defense
Patrick
got broken
Queen,
up a little bit, yeah.
Kyle Hamilton.
I don't believe that one, though.
Wow.
But if you look at offensively, I mean, man, I don't know how we could just not trust in Joe Burrow. Injuries are one thing, but think about what he's done since he's been in the league. He made something out of nothing with this team when he first came in the league. Now he's Jamar Chase, which I know you're saying he might not have a good year because he's sat out, blah, blah, blah. But
I have him on fucking fantasy. He better have a good fucking year.
I know I think he is going to have a good year, but I don't know. I just think the Bengals are always going to be a team that, just like the Bills, as long as you have Josh Allen, you're going to be competing for a Super Bowl every year. Bengals are the same thing for me. So I have the Bengals winning the division. It might be a little bit of bias because of how much I love Joe Burrow. But Yeah, I think it's going to be between the Bengals and the Ravens. Both of us think the Browns are going to suck. Not suck, but not be as good, just like every year. And no offense, the Steelers, they need to show me some this first week, offensively.
You fucking kidding me? They need to show me something.
They need to show me something, dude.
They need to make it to where at 4 o'clock I don't hate football.
Because the Falcons is a good test. Week 1. That's a great test for them. Because the Falcons are a wild card team this year. Everyone thinks they're going to be good.
Division winner.
Everyone thinks they're going to be a division winner. Like, yeah, their division sucks. But a lot of people think the Falcons are going to make moves this year, not just in the regular season, but in the playoffs. People think they're going to actually make moves.
Kirk Cousins is their quarterback.
Yeah, so that's the thing. That might be their downfall. But
that is their downfall. Kirk Cousins is their quarterback.
If you guys beat the Falcons decisively, like by at least a touchdown, I'll start moving them up, and I'll start giving them some respect. But for now, Bengals and Ravens have that respect in that division. And then you and the Browns are still like the teams. I'm just like, let me see it then.
Let me ask you something. Are you delusional enough to sit here and tell me? Because I watched the other podcast that you do, and Will said that the Browns win the division, but his team wins 11 games.
Yeah, no.
And I'm going to be blunt with you. You win 11 games in my division, you win the division.
I think the Bengals win 11 at least. So that's where I'm
So
at.
You have them winning the division?
Yes, I have the Bengals win the division.
Okay.
And that's simply because of how talented they are on offense. I think this offensive league, I know we talk a lot about defense. I know we do. But nowadays, you need an elite secondary in the league, I think. And saying it as a Giants fan, I know that the Giants are going to struggle on defense a lot this year, and people are saying they're going to be decent on defense. Like, no. Because the Giants' secondary is just, like, terrible.
No, your biggest problem is you have an offensive-minded coach, but your offense sucks. That's your biggest issue.
See, okay.
But mostly it's Daniel Jones.
Yes, that's why. And
I'll admit that my team's biggest issue is our O-line and who the fuck is going to be throwing the ball.
Daniel Jones is going to be the downfall of the Giants, but to say that Dable has not overachieved, I think, is disrespect. I mean, he won Rookie of the Year. Last year, he won Coach of the Year, my bad. And then last year, the Giants were they started 3 QBs, had 4 practice squad players on their O-line at some point in the year, and they won 6 games. That team had no reason to win 6 games last year. So I think he overachieved, Brett Dable. Who's underachieving, though? Joe Shane, our GM, because I think he's been terrible picking in the draft. I think he's awful at picking in the draft so far. But anyway, that's my Giants rant. So I think secondary is important on defense because it's a passing league. And I think Joe Burrow does it better than almost anybody. So that's why I think the Bengals are going to be decent.
Fuck the Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, no, I don't mind them as much as I hate the Browns and the Ravens.
Ravens, if the Ravens beat the Chiefs week 1, we're going to be talking about the Ravens as if they're going to be the best team in the league.
No, I'll still do the every time I talk about them.
I don't have the Ravens winning week 1, but
I mean, bro,
the only thing you have
to tell a Ravens fan to make him shut up is how does it make you feel that Lamar wins 75% of the games that he's in?
Yeah, he's the winningest QB in the league right now.
The regular season.
Yeah.
The minute you get the playoffs, dude turns into,
They should have beat the Chiefs last year.
They should have.
Zay Flowers just ruined that game for them.
I don't think it was just Zay Flowers. I think there was just more of I think it was just their game plan. I mean, you were the best rushing team in football. And you wanted to all of a sudden becoming a pass first team? You know what I'm saying? Like that one pick that Lamar threw that was the bomb, right? Where it was sealed the game. I was like, dude, why are you throwing the ball this much?
Yeah, I don't know why that was a weird game plan by them. Everyone was like, what are they doing?
Run the ball.
My next hot take, I'm gonna do the comeback player of the year hot take. I think I mentioned that one last year. I hate to do this, dude. And I know the Giants are playing the Vikings week 1. But when you have a receiving core like the Vikings, dude, you're bound to put up some numbers. I might have Sam Darnold as comeback player of the year. This is his first of all, this is the best team he's had in his whole career. Yes, he's been on 4 different teams, but the Panthers were terrible. The Jets, everyone fails on the Jets. He went to the 49ers, And obviously, he's not going to play for them, but that's a good team to at least be a backup for. And think about what Teddy Bridgewater was able to do with the Vikings. People are kind of don't appreciate how decent he was. Pretty decent for the Vikings when he was on that team. Look at the team that they have around Sam Darnold. I mean, they loaded up a little bit. I mean, they got one of the best O-lines in the league, one of the best receiving cores. The best. I agree. They have the best. So I think Sam Darnold, if he has a good start, and I'm going to be honest with you, I think they're going to put up a lot of points against the Giants. I'm not saying Giants are going to lose. I think it could be a high-scoring game, but I think Sam Darnold could throw for like 30 touchdowns this year. I think it could be he could throw like 30 touchdowns, like 20-something picks type of year. But he could throw for over 4K yards easily with that receiving core. So I think Sam Darnold could be in the running for comeback player of the year. And I've heard other people talk about it, and I was thinking about it for a while. And I was like, you know what? That's a really good take. I kind of like that. So I'm gonna roll with that as well. I think he could have a good chance at that. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. I think I've said that like after JJ McCarthy tore his meniscus, I'm like, bro, they're sitting. I mean, obviously this season's a wash.
He wasn't gonna start. I don't think at all.
No, I think he probably would have. He probably would have started after their bye week, like most rookies.
Maybe.
But this season, bro, could you imagine if they get like, let's say a top 10 pick, right? They probably will get a top 10 pick.
I don't know. I think they get at least 8 wins.
But like either way, could you imagine having like a top 15 pick for argument's sake? They have receiving core. They have a tight end. They have whatever. They have O-line. They got that guy Dallas Turner last year. And
they drafted a really good who did they draft this year in the first round?
Dallas Turner.
Oh, that's Dallas. Oh, that's who they. My bad. Sorry.
The guy who I wanted the Falcons to take, but they took Michael Penix.
My bad.
Yep. What was I saying? Yeah. So
they have a decent team, like they do, and just people are doubting them.
First round talent.
People are doubting him just because of Sam Darnold, and I think people might get surprised by how he performs this year.
They'll be the worst number 4 team in the division.
Yeah, probably. Easily. I mean, that division's so stacked. That
division rivals my division for how competitive it is.
Yeah, I think you guys will have both the most competitive division. I still don't think like maybe both divisions have a wild card team come out of them. Maybe, but that's always just a.
It could fuck around and be both teams. Both teams send 3, 2-2, 2-1.
Because I'm thinking like NFC West, we got. Seattle might be pretty decent. You never know.
I think Seattle tanks this year.
Okay, maybe. I mean, new coach. You never know. Rams probably will be decent. I mean, 49ers, obviously. But then the Cardinals. I mean,
Rams are one of those playoff teams.
Yeah, and I think
Rams are sneaky good.
Rams are sneaky good, and I think the Cardinals are going to be sneaky good on offense. Their defense is atrocious as well. Mm-hmm. But I think offensively, I think the Cardinals could be great. So
my next hot take.
Go for it.
Rome Odunze will lead every single statistical category for rookie receivers.
That is an awesome hot take, actually. The
more I watch this guy,
he's a beast.
And the more I see him and just clips of him, I'm like, this guy is going to be special. This guy might kick Keenan Allen to the curb next season.
I don't have Keenan Allen doing anything this year.
I don't either. Yeah. That's why I'm like, they might have just rented him for a year.
Do you think he leads the team in receiving yards, or you think DJ Moore takes that? Because I think DJ Moore's a stud. I've drafted him in like all my leagues. I think DJ Moore's a stud.
I could see DJ Moore leading them in receptions.
Yeah.
But Rome getting more yards. I also think that. I don't know. It's also the Bears, bro. They're gonna run the ball fucking 30 times a game.
Well, you saw how the Bears have been using Rome. Like he's just a deep threat monster.
You're doing the same thing they did with college with him. They're just telling him to literally just run a skinny. I don't know what the play is called, but it's essentially like you just run down the field and they just go
like a post.
Not even a post. No, a post you go over the middle.
Oh, post
of the field.
Middle, yeah.
But it's like something where he'll line up and he'll have space between him and the sideline. And he'll fade in and then go out.
He was
a little bit.
He was number 1 in college football last year for most contested catches. So
oh yeah, because bro, Michael Penix was literally like, bro, he threw the same ball every time to him. He'd throw the ball where it was Michael Penix might be he might start
take
sooner than later.
You know what? You want to throw that in a hot take? I might do that. But anyway,
not this season though. Next season.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, he'd throw it Michael Penix would throw it over his left shoulder, right here, where the defender couldn't get it. I'm just like, don't get me wrong, great ball placement.
Yeah.
But for the love of God, you got a guy on you and you're making that catch. Rome is
a beast. I love that take though, man. I love that take. I think
you know what's crazy for me to think about also?
What?
Rome Odunze and Puka Nacua were on the same Washington team. Let that sink in.
Puka was on that I didn't realize that.
Let that sink in.
We love Puka.
Puka Nacua and Rome Odunze were on the same team together.
I think, yeah, that makes me think that Rome is more talented than Puka, and Puka is just... the thing about Puka is that he's such a big target, and they play him all over.
Styles.
Yeah, they're 2 different styles. Puka's really good.
Like, Rome's a deep threat, while Puka's more of like the underneath guy.
Yeah, Puka's going to take the ball and run with it, and no one's going to tackle him. Yeah, I like that take, man. I think, so I didn't really plan for this hot take, but I kind of want to say it.
Go ahead. More power to you.
I think the 49ers are going to be kind of disappointing this year.
You know, you literally took the words out of my fucking mouth.
I'm glad we agree with that.
That was my last one. I was going to be like, the Niners collapse this year. Christian McCaffrey's going to pull a hamstring.
Yep.
Or, you know, this whole thing. No, Trent Williams will.
Trent Williams is going to be injured.
Bro, Trent Williams.
He's old.
Trent Williams missed 3 games last year. L.
And I'm pretty sure Purdy's been really bad without him in the lineup.
Yeah, so is Christian McCaffrey. So is the whole team.
So is Christian McCaffrey.
So is the whole team.
So is the whole team. Yeah, I think the 49ers, I still have the 49ers winning week 1, but I think that's simply because of home field.
Opposite.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people have the Jets. I think the Jets are going to be good, but I think 49ers at home week 1, I got to stick with the 49ers. But yeah, I think, like we've been saying, injuries are probably going to pile up this year.
Rams win that division.
I love the Rams.
Boom.
I love the Rams. The Rams have drafted insanely well the last few years.
Yeah, now that they have actual first-round picks, it's crazy what they can do with first-round picks.
Yeah, but how is Aaron Donald's departure going to affect them? I don't really know.
You can't replace... Either way, you can't
replace him.
I mean, bro, he is the best football player I have ever seen in my life. You can't replace him.
You know what's funny? The same draft, so that was the draft with Odell, and I want the Giants to take it to Aaron Donald, and then they had taken Odell. Yeah.
I think you made out pretty nicely.
Yeah, we made out all right. I mean, Odell's not on the team, though, and Sam Darnold's a super
then again,
Hall of Famer. Aaron Donald, sorry.
Aaron Donald, that man is
he's a beast. I love Aaron Donald. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. And
I got another. This one's not really a hot take. This is just me being
go for it.
Me. I think Max Crosby leads the league in sacks this year.
I love Max. I love that hot take too. I don't even know if it's a hot take. I feel
it's not. It's just a
straight
take.
Up. Yeah, like that. I think
like a hot take would be like fucking Matthew Judon leads the league in sacks this year when the guy's only had like 9 total for his whole career.
I think Max Crosby could be the best defensive player in the league this year.
I love the fact that every time he touches somebody or hits him, he just goes, little ass boy. It's my favorite. You see him do it on the sideline. You don't even got to know what he's saying. You'll just see the helmet turn, he'll look at him, and you just see his chin go up like this. You're like, he just said little ass boy.
I think the Raiders might surprise a few people this year. I'm not saying they're going to be good. But for them, I don't think they're going to be a bottom 4 team like a lot of people are expecting. I think the Raiders are actually they're going to do a little damage this year against some
The
teams.
Broncos will be the worst team in that division.
Yeah, I don't
care about how good Bo Nix looks in the preseason, dude.
You gotta remember though, Sean Payton is a hell of a coach, and now he has his QB. You know, this is his QB, and we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Also, you're in the same division as Jim Harbaugh, Andy Reid. That's about it.
How do you think the Chargers are going to do this year?
They'll miss the playoffs. They'll be like an 8-9 team, I think.
I'm with
next year, they'll really give the Chiefs a run for their money.
I think
give Jim Harbaugh or John, whatever fucking brother he is, give him 2 drafts and let him pick his players. I mean, bro, when we were talking during the draft and everything, I said to you, I was like, this motherfucker's not taking a receiver, dude. He's not. He's going to take an O-lineman, and he took Joe Alt. And I'm like...
They could have taken Malik. But yeah,
I don't think Malik would have fit the system that Harbaugh wanted to put.
He doesn't care about receivers, because they're going to run the ball, probably play action. I forget how he plays. And then Herbert's
power football.
Dude, Herbert's an incredible QB too. Like, no one's talking about him.
Herbert's probably the second best QB that he has ever coached.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first is Andrew Luck.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I don't know if I have any more real hot takes, but I do want to talk about the Jags because it's crazy. I just want to say this. Daniel Jones sucks, all right? We all know. He's not. He is what he is. But Trevor Lawrence has also been pretty bad for the Jags. And
I'm tired of hearing about his fucking potential, bro.
And no one talks about Trevor Lawrence like we talk about Daniel Jones. I get Daniel Jones has been in the league for longer, and his stats are worse, whatever. They both had a playoff win. Yeah, Daniel Jones beat the Vikings, who sucked. But, Trevor Lawrence needs to show up this year. He got paid a crazy big contract. I think he might be, 4th in the league this year in terms of salaries for QBs. Let's start putting a little respect. Let's start categorizing him not with Daniel Jones per se, but let's give him the scrutiny that kind of Daniel Jones has been getting. And I love Trevor Lawrence.
No, I give him shit all the time for it.
I don't, but I should be.
No, I'm saying Trevor Lawrence. I've been giving him shit since last year.
Okay.
There is no chance in hell.
But I think he deserves it.
Yeah. I remember saying to you on that Week 17 game where it was winning they're in.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm betting on the Texans. They're like, why? Somebody said why. I'm like, because of the hottest team in football.
Yeah.
The Jags through 11 weeks started 8-3, and now they're about to lose the playoffs. I know how this story ends, and I'm tired of it. And then that's the same thing. He's like, he's playing through injury.
He did play through a lot of injuries, but
what other excuse you want to tell me? A rock was in his shoe, the sun was in his eyes too.
Yeah,
tired of that bullshit, dude. You play a sport where you're literally getting your shit rocked every single play.
Yeah, so it's
always the same thing. It's like, he had 1 year with Urban Meyer. Yeah, well, that was fucking 4 years ago, dude. You got it. You can't. They say that all these quarterbacks show their potential by year 3. You'll know how good your quarterback is by year 3. Yeah. Barring exceptions. Josh Allen is a big exception.
Mm-hmm.
But, bro, we're on year 6 with this guy. Wait.
No, Trevor Lawrence
5?
is 4.
No, he's taking 2020 or 2021?
2020.
Hey, Siri. When was Trevor Lawrence drafted?
Trevor Lawrence was drafted first overall in 2021 NFL.
21.
Okay, cool. So, this is going to be his 4th year.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah,
you should be able to show me your potential.
Yeah.
They're like, you could poke holes in everything. It's like, he has nobody to throw to. What's that saying about great quarterbacks? They make receivers better. Fucking Patrick Mahomes last year. He had nobody to throw to. He had Kadarius Toney out there.
I mean, he's gonna be one of the GOATs someday. So let's
Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's
I thought you were saying Kadarius Toney.
No.
I was gonna be like but
that would have been all right. No,
that would have been crazy. That would have been I would have got up and left.
Right now, yeah. No,
but
I was
bro,
talking about Mahomes.
Think about it. Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, all these guys make receivers better. You know, obviously drafting takes a little bit of that precedent as well, and blah 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 blah. But if you're a good borderline great quarterback, you can make an average to good receiver great.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Unless you have just a great, just a stupid ass retarded receiver that's just dumb fast, like Patrick Mahomes, like Tyreek.
Yeah,
like Tyreek. The only thing you got to do is just chuck it and just have him go get it.
Yeah. Let me think. That's kind of all I can think of. I wanted to throw the Jets into a hot take because I just love doing that, but I think the Jets are rated pretty well this year.
I was gonna say something.
Last year, I think. Obviously, it worked out in our favor because we were saying the Jets were going to suck. And, I mean, maybe if they had Aaron Rodgers, things would have been different.
I felt so bad right after it came out that he tore his Achilles, but I was like, that's the most Jet thing that has ever happened.
It is the most Jet thing. And what's going to be the Jet thing this year? Because something's going to
Just don't
happened with the
touch
Jets.
just don't touch Breece Hall, bro. I have him in fantasy.
That might be it then.
Don't touch Breece Hall.
I mean,
please.
Breece Hall's a beast.
Please, just don't touch Breece Hall. I have him in fantasy.
He's a nah. I think Breece is a beast.
I have like 5 different teams. No.
Yeah.
You remember that thing I told you about when I was like going through? No, I'm auto drafting.
Yeah,
I'm auto drafting.
I
I literally texted the
Did
league's
you actually
group chat.
do that though?
Yeah, I did. I logged in. I put in a couple players on the queue, and I was like, honestly, fuck it. I literally took like receiver. I think it was like receiver, running back, QB.
I just did a draft, and I'm not. I had the 8th pick in a 12-man league. 8th pick is tough because you just missed off of Jay Jettas, and then you have to make the decision whether you want to take like Bijan or whatever. I took Bijan, and I like Bijan. I had no problem taking Bijan. Then the 2nd round comes. I was hoping maybe to get. I wasn't sure. I took Marvin Harrison basically. Marvin Harrison. I don't think it's a bad pick, but for Marvin Harrison to be like a good receiver, I'm hoping he gets at least like 1,300 yards or something. You know. I took DJ Moore as well. DJ Moore, I'm really high on. So, and then I
have Roma Dunze in all 4 of my leagues.
Do you do that with all your fantasies? You have them a little similar. All your
sort of
same. This year's for me. It's been Jaden Daniels in all of them. I love Jaden Daniels. I think he's gonna run like 60 yards a game type of deal.
Here, hold on.
Let me just finish. Fine. And then I took Sam Laporta. I don't know how you feel about Laporta, but I was gonna take Kelsey in the 3rd round. Someone took him right before me, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take Laporta then.
I would take Laporta over Kelsey.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Kelsey this year. I don't know.
I don't. I think he'll do the same thing he did. No, not falls off. He'll do the same thing he did last year. He'll take
it was a good year,
5-6 year. He'll take 5-6 weeks to get his feet underneath him. He'll have another 5-6 weeks of mediocre, and then the last couple games of the season, he'll light the league on fire.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's gonna be 35 this year, man.
He was consistent. I mean, top 2 tight end every year. And then Waddle. I took Waddle. I don't know how you feel about Waddle.
I have Waddle in my other league.
Okay.
My college league, I have Waddle.
Yeah, I think no one was taking him.
I think he has a breakout year this year.
Yeah, in this league, no one was taking him. He fell like pretty far, and I was just like, you know what? Dude was injured all last year. He's gonna be healthy this year. I'm gonna take a risk, and I'm gonna take him. So I took him as well.
All right.
And then I took Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is gonna be the bell cow, and for that, obviously, he's gonna be the bell cow back for the Vikings because they don't have any competition. And when was the last time the Vikings had a decent running game? Like
Dalvin Cook.
And that was how many years ago? 3?
3, 4.
Yeah. So this is probably the best running back they've had since him. And Aaron Jones is a beast still.
I love how my one constant in majority of my leagues is the fact that I take the Chargers kicker, Dicker.
People love taking him.
Yeah. I like it just because, obviously, the Dicker, the kicker, that's hilarious.
Yeah, no, everyone's
so my family league, I have Brock Purdy, Breece Hall, Zamir White, Mike Evans, Puka Nacua, Trey McBride, Nico Collins, the Browns defense, Dicker the kicker. I might be in a little bit of trouble, but my bench is Kirk Cousins, Ryan Dowdle. That's how I knew the Dallas running back because I drafted him.
Yeah, Rico Dowdle. Yep.
Oh, his name is Rico?
Yeah,
Nice.
Rico.
Cool. I thought it was Randy. T. Higgins, Taysom Hill, David
your
Montgomery,
team's stacked.
Roma Dunze, and Tajay Spears.
Dude, your
my
team's
work
stacked.
league. My work league, I might have a little bit of issues in receiving, but Kyler Murray, Travis Etienne, Kyron Williams, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Trey McBride, Najee Harris, Zamir White, Dicker the kicker, Chiefs defense, Trevor Lawrence, Romeo Dobbs, Jacoby Myers, Shakir, Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
By the way, in
benches.
what fucking planet is a flex not a tight end? Like, how could that, like,
what?
bro,
They did that in that league?
bro, I'm in 2 leagues where the flex doesn't mean tight end. I'm just like, why the fuck am I?
That's stupid. Wait, let me give you my bench in this league I was telling you. So, Brian Robinson, I picked up DeAndre Hopkins. I don't know. He's probably still the one in that team. And then I also got Kirk Cousins. I'd taken Kirk Cousins in most of my leagues too, just because he's honestly been like top.
Bro,
10.
he's like a top 5 fantasy.
Yeah,
quarterback
every
ever.
time. Yeah, every year. And then wild card in all my leagues, Khalil Shakir on
I have him
on the Bills. Bills. Who knows who's going to be the best receiver?
It's him and
that.
Curtis Samuel. That's it.
And last year, end of the year, he was getting a lot of targets, Shakir. So I think he might actually have a decent season. And then I have Josh Palmer from the Chargers.
I might put him in. I might put him in over Chris Olave. But
one other thing I did end up doing, I've been taking T.J. Hawkinson very late in most of my drafts as well, and just stashing him on my injury reserve.
Yeah, just.
I think that's a great play, though.
The minute he's cleared to play, you just drop your tight end and then pick him back up.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't do that just because I'm an asshole. I want you to play week 1, 2, and 3.
I like having him right now because of trade bait. Like for this league, and for instance, Laporta, I'll be starting obviously. Once Hawkinson's back, I mean, I could just
flex.
I could have him at flex, or I could use him as trade bait. So, yeah, I think the team's decent. At first, I was looking at, I'm like, I wasn't too happy with it all. But I'm drafting a lot of the same guys. Jane Daniels, you know.
My team names. I take a lot of pride and joy. My family league. My name is Weenie Hut Generals.
Love that.
And my work league, since I can't make anything like kind of edgy or borderline racist, it's Yup. It's Dude. Yup with the picture of Stephen A. going like.
Dude, my league that I'm in with people I used to work with my name is Ozempic Dable. Wait, let me show you this team I'm actually kind of proud of.
No, I wanted to draft Amon Ra just for I can write I'm on drugs.
I like that. That's what
I thought of that and went, man. I saw like 5 different people wearing or not wearing, but using Haktua, and I'm just like, that you need to stop.
I
saw a couple golf off
like
my lawn golf off my lawn. I saw a couple of those.
I like that. So this league, this is a league that I'm in from people I used to work with. So I took Jane Daniels again, all my leagues. Travis Etienne, you hyped him up for me. So I made sure I took him.
They were 8-3 with him.
8-3.
Then he got hurt, and then next year.
Yeah, he was a top 5. I think he was top 5 running back last year. I can't remember. Josh Jacobs I took. I think he's a bounce back year. I think Josh Jacobs is beast.
If you want a sleeper pick for anyone else, Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jaguars.
I like that too.
Rookie receiver.
He's
another LSU guy, bro.
I've been looking at him as well. I haven't gotten him, but I do like him as a pick. CeeDee Lamb, which I know I took CeeDee Lamb first, and I know you're gonna hate me for that.
I would have taken Tyreek.
It was between him or Tyreek. I had Tyreek last year.
Wouldn't have even thought twice about it.
There was a few games last year where Tyreek really let me down. I'm serious.
There was a few
games last year late in the season where during playoff implication times where Tyreek only got got less than 10 points.
The last 4 games, I could be wrong with this with the number of games, but I think I heard this earlier today. The last 3 or 4 games that the Dolphins played, they scored 40 points in those 4 games. Tyreek Hill is responsible for 21 of those 40 points.
Wow. That's crazy. Hey, I love Tyreek. I just think CeeDee Lamb is getting more targets than Tyreek this year. I don't know. Anyway, DJ Moore again. Love DJ Moore this year.
Of course.
Brock Bowers. I think he could have a good year. He's a great player in college.
They also got another tight end last year. They're right.
Yeah, the guy from Notre Dame. Yep.
He's probably a blocking guy.
Yeah, well, he didn't. I mean, last year they just sucked. I think this year their passing game might be a little better. Tank Dell. I love Tank Dell. Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice, who was allegedly going to be suspended, but apparently his court dates got pushed till January, so he'll be playing the season. And he fell a lot in drafts because of all the controversy around him, the hit and run stuff. So he's their number 1 for the Chiefs. I got him. Steelers defense. I mean, it's easy. I mean, that's obvious. McPherson kicker, and then bench Cousins, Jerry Jeudy, Wan'Dale Robinson, Giants. Khalil Shakir again. I think he's gonna have a great year. Tajay Spears, I think he's gonna have a good year.
I also have Tajay Spears.
I love Tajay, and then I got Hawkins on the IR again. That I just stashed. So that's my other league, and then my family league I haven't drafted yet, and then I have the
family league. I might be in trouble. I might be in trouble.
My family league is a
My
keepers
aunt might
league.
fuck me up week 1. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that the one that you did?
Yeah, the one that came to Halloween. Dude, she's got Jalen Hurts, Jonathan Taylor, James Conner, Jamar Chase, Drake London, Dalton Kincaid, Jamison Williams,
All right,
Miami's defense. Her bench is Zay Flowers, Jalen Warren, Deontay Johnson, Zeke, DeAndre
That's pretty good.
Hopkins, J.K. Dobbins, and Cole Kmet.
That's pretty good. She got a lot of
might be fucked.
good players there.
Lie. I need Brock Purdy to do something.
Yeah, I mean, I hope Brock Purdy does something this year too. I have him in my dynasty league.
I'm ready to put Rome Odunze in for. Well, I'm not taking out Mike Evans or.
Mike Evans is really reliable. I don't. That's
then
another.
Do I take out Nico Collins, bro?
No. Nico Collins is going to be a beast. I think the Texans are going to throw the ball 50 times a game. Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. That's how I feel about the Bucks. That's why I yoinked Mike Evans.
Bucks too, man.
Because you know Baker's gonna be sitting there just like, oh shit, the pocket's collapsing. Ah, Mike Evans is down there somewhere.
Yeah, literally.
And Mike Evans is just gonna.
Yeah. I think the Bucks have a new OC though. If I'm not wrong.
I know they're playing the Commanders week 1, so.
I actually have the Commanders winning that game.
That is crazy.
Nice. We'll never know. I mean, week 1s are always just, toss up.
I like the Bucks defense better than I like the Commanders defense. And I'd rather
You're a big
experience
defensive
over. And then bro, the Commanders have nothing of a defense. Y'all are gonna beat them,
dude. Offense wins championships nowadays.
Oh yeah, you're right. So who do you want, the rookie or the guy that just won a playoff game?
I mean, rookies go off because no one can plan around them yet. You said that. You've told that to me already.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm betting the Bucks that day? Because rookie quarterbacks historically are
you told
not
me to
good.
do that. Yeah. I'll throw a bet on that, but I don't think it hits.
The only one you might have to sweat out is the Bears and Titans, because I know I'm going to be sweating that one out.
Dude, the week 1 games this year are so well organized by the NFL. I think a lot of them are.
They always try to make the week 1 matchups pretty good. Majority of the time,
this year they're really good.
Yeah, majority of the time it's like the first game of the year is going to be.
There's only like 3 games. I might be wrong here, but I think there's only 3 or 4 games that the spread is greater than 3.5. I might be wrong with that, but.
No, now you have me curious because I'm just like, wow, that really changes my bets with my money. Really changes my money around with my bets.
Because
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, look at it because the games are so freaking close this year.
Bills and Cardinals, that makes sense. Bengals, Patriots, that also makes sense. Seahawks and Broncos, that makes sense. Yeah. 3 games.
Isn't that crazy though? I think I don't bet like a crazy ton, but it's pretty nuts that there's only that many games that have a spread only or above 3.5. So these games should be a lot of games should be a coin toss, like 5 or 6 upsets.
I'm gonna try to make so much fucking money.
5 or 6 upsets we're maybe calling week 1. I mean, I would think that's a safe bet to say.
I mean, Georgia Tech beat Florida State and Boston College.
Florida State sucks.
Bro, Boston fucking College beat Florida State. That's how bad
Florida State is atrocious.
My God, dude. I can't fucking believe that. At least you're not dumb enough to have bet them week 1.
That was a good game,
I
though.
threw $10 at it. Like, oh, yeah, some calm shit. No. Fucking DJU was just retarded, apparently.
All I'm thinking about right now for college is I'm definitely gonna watch every Colorado game. They're a fun team to watch. So right now that's been on my mind.
They're not terribly much better than they were last year. I watched a lot of Colorado.
Shador's really good. Yeah. That first game changed my mind about him a lot. He got hit like crazy.
I don't
really
think he'll be the first
pocket.
quarterback taken off the.
I don't think so.
I think that guy from
controversy with
that guy from what's his name from Georgia? Beck, something Beck.
I'm not a big.
I mean, bro, he made a couple throws in their game where I was like, not only just the balls to throw that ball, no pun intended,
I know,
but the
which some of the plays
accuracy,
you're
like the
talking
one
about,
where
yeah.
the one where he put it right over the guy's shoulder, and he literally just go.
Yep.
I'm like, dude, that's and also, I also believe in competition when it comes to football. Like,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry, specifically college.
Yeah.
You can look great being a man amongst boys.
Yeah.
When you get to the NFL, you're gonna get your shit rocked.
Oh yeah, it's a different league.
All
Whole
right,
different league.
let's wrap this. Let's wrap this.
I'm
up.
down. That was
Well,
good.
we hope you enjoyed our little football talk. You know, we kind of started off hot and bothered, so whatever. We'll be back around with more football talk. We'll probably do we're gonna try to split up the podcast with football now that football's coming back around.
We'll try to.
And also, this is our hot takes. We're a little over a year now. We've been doing this for a little over a year.
Yeah, over a year.
So if you've been subscribed for this long, we appreciate it. Blah, 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 blah. Stay beautiful, my people. Like, subscribe. Tell us what your favorite color is. I don't fucking know.
Yep.
We'll see y'all later. Enjoy the football games.
See you later.